how much money do I need to pull from my retirement accounts to live comfortably? This is a bit of a loaded question, but we can try our best to answer it.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. How much money do I need to pull from my retirement accounts to retire comfortably? Well, the first thing I would think about there is what do you need in dollars to retire comfortably? That is somewhat a question that has to be answered by you because that is quite different. I mean, we've got clients that live off of 50,000 quite comfortably, and other clients that are living off of 500,000. So it depends on who you ask as to what dollar amount you need. Um, Generally speaking, we actually go the other direction. We try to determine what that dollar amount is that makes somebody comfortable by going through a process and what have you. And then we see, is that possible within the parameters of what other income sources they have, what assets they have, and if they're withdrawing this amount of money, how is that going to work? And of course, we use the Monte Carlo simulation to determine that. And because you could answer that kind of going backwards the other way and say, well, yeah, you need 70,000 to live off of or whatever it is, but if we put 70 in there, it doesn't work. Maybe 55 works. What do you think? Can you live off of that or not? Right? And so and again, all these numbers are different for everybody as far as that goes. But that question I would probably answer the other way, just in the sense of figuring out what you could withdraw. Is that enough to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish? All right, that makes sense.
Like one brutally simple way it's just kind of like a generalization is you could take whatever expenses you have, a yearly expense, and then you kind of take that and then you multiply it by 25. And
Mm-hmm.
so in a sense, that's how much nest egg you would need in a
Mm-hmm.
sense.
Yep.
It's like you get a 4% withdrawal rate, and that's
Right.
a really rough way that you could estimate it.
Right.
Because most people tend to keep the same amount of expenses when they hit retirement versus
Yeah.
when they're working.
Yeah, well, that's what we've seen. Lifestyle is very difficult to change. So we've seen people, kind of continue along with that same path. And yeah, the 4% rule has been knocked around quite a bit, but it's not a bad place to start. You still want to, verify everything with the Monte Carlo simulation inside of a retirement plan, much more sophisticated analysis before you pull the plug and retire. But it does give you some ideas, of where you want to go in a simple term. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of people say in retirement you spend less money, but a lot of times is we shift our time and our time goes to a little bit more expensive, maybe
Right.
some more expensive hobbies. Like maybe I'm fixing up, restoring a car
Right.
and I'm putting way more time into that. And now that
Right.
becomes a bigger expense than it
Yeah.
was before.
Travel, that's a big one. We see travel expense go up. There's some expenses that go down, clothing, gas, car maintenance, some of those things, back when we used to actually drive to work or go to work. Uh, we'll see if that comes back. But, honestly, most of the times we see similar lifestyle. The one thing that people do save in a way is the fact that they're not saving. So if they were putting away 20, 30,000 a year to get ready for retirement, they weren't living off of that before. So it's really that net, after savings that they probably still need. And so, yeah, it's pretty straightforward from that point.